Hey everybody, how we doing? I got a few hours before going to work, and I thought about discussing another topic I've been thinking about for a while, especially for all these tough times we're going through relating to the coronavirus and people who are losing their job, they're unsure of themselves and where things are going to go, and they're thinking that they lost all hope and whatever. But these are three truths that I've came up with as far as what you need to understand and apply to your life in order to live a good life. Now, they're not things that you expect your therapist to tell you, or your preacher or pastor or your parents to tell you. I'm just giving you what I think is the raw truth based on my own personal experiences. But first, I want to start out with a quote from this book I've been reading called Hagakure, The Secret Wisdom of the Samurai. This is on book 2, verse 1. Upon inquiring what is off limits for a man in service, I was told, drinking too much and boasting and extravagance. There is little need for concern in times of misfortune. However, take heed when riding a wave of prosperity. Look around you. People become arrogant and conceited when enjoying success. It is most unbecoming. Therefore, a man who has not endured hardship will lack resilience at his core. It is best to experience adversity when one is young. Of little use is a man who is weak and feeble in stressful times. That is definitely something applicable with what's going on now today. See, a lot of people for many years, they go through times in which, oh, everything's all great. I have a great paying job and life is all good. I'm having fun and do what I want to do. And then things happen which are beyond their control. And then their life just falls down in shambles and they don't have anything to fall back on. Well, I think about this. There are three things, and I'll go through one at a time and explain that everyone needs to accept in order to live an enduring and prosperous life. First thing is this: one, life is very hard and very difficult, and it's not easy. A lot of us have come to understand that later on in life. You're going to lose things in life that you rely on for your own livelihood. You might lose your job, you might lose your family members, and then you might even go through financial hardship, you might go through relationship hardships. You might not even know who you are and where you want to go early on in life, like I was years ago. When I was in college, there were times in which I was feeling very low and depressed because I didn't know myself and where I wanted to go. I didn't have that much of a sense of direction, but I still understood that I just have to keep pushing forward in order to go ahead and endure the hardships of life because that's what's helped to make me stronger. And just as a great example for me personally was when a couple years ago I had a mental breakdown because of things that were going on with my personal life at the time, and I was hospitalized for a couple weeks, and then I went to a homeless shelter for 8 months. But I came out of that because I chose to go ahead and realize that hardships only help you to grow and become a better person and make you stronger, more resilient in life. So you need to go ahead and accept those hardships in life so that you can go ahead and endure and prosper. Now, the second thing is this: after life is very difficult and it's not easy, second thing is this. As I said before in my previous videos, most people don't care about you. Okay? A lot of people live their lives trying to seek validation and attention from everyone else because they haven't learned to validate themselves or become loving and secure and happy within their own skin. I've seen people do this all the time. Like, say, for example, I go to the club or a bar every once in a while, and I see people who are just dancing, acting all crazy and stupid and getting drunk because that's what everyone else is doing. They're trying to fit in, they're trying to get attention and validation from everyone else. And especially in our society today, this is going to be a topic for another video, but a lot of people are so caught up in social media and getting all these superficial acquaintances and friends in order to validate them by getting them comments and likes on their posts and whatever. But most of those people, as I said before, they're not going to go ahead and be around there for you when you're going through hard times in your life. A lot of those people that were with you when you're going through great times in your life are going to flee like a room full of roaches when the light turns on. Like a great example for me was that when I was at this hospital a couple years ago after I had my mental breakdown, I only had three people come and visit me: my dad, my brother, and my best friend that I've known since high school. They were the only ones that came to visit me. Everyone else was not anywhere to be around. I was going ghost for a bit and having to focus on myself, but I knew that most of the people that I've come to know in my life, they're not going to be there for you when you're going through challenging times in your life or willing to share this journey with you. You are your own person. You have your own special qualities that make you who you truly are. And that you're only going to find very, very few people that will come to understand and appreciate you for who you are, at least at most to like 80 and 90% level. And they're not going to be there for you all the time, anyways. You're going to have to go through life through your own hardships by yourself because only you can fill your own shoes and go through life the way that suits you best. You have your close friends, your close family that really care about you, but they're not always going to be there for you all the time. And they got their own lives, they got their own things to take care of. So you got to be able to take care of yourself through these tough and challenging times, as it is with everyone else right now. And that gets down to the third truth. As I said before, you're on your own. No one's going to come and save you. No one's really going to come and save you. You're going to have to go ahead and save yourself, and you got to help yourself. All right? As I said before in one of my previous videos, don't save the world, save yourself. See, the fact that life is very hard, not everyone's going to endure, and not everyone's going to be there for you through your tough times in life. You're going to be by yourself most of the time. Okay? And that comes from people do not have the spirit in order to go through the challenges and struggles with your life. That is what pertains to you. And the thing is also, you are your own person that has to fill your own shoes and go live your own path in life. But see, everyone wants to go ahead and have everyone else take care of them and save them. Or they want to use like the government, their parents, or their religion, or whatever. These things can be facilitators to help change your life and make you better. But you have to do the work, okay? Because if you can get all the help and assistance in the world, but if you're not willing to put in the work on your own part and help yourself or save yourself, your life is not going to get any better. It's going to stay the same, or it's just going to end up getting worse. Like, here's a great example. I like bringing up when I was at the mission again, but see, where I was at the mission, at this homeless shelter, there were the couple rehabilitation programs to help guys get back on their feet. They do volunteer work, job training. You go to workforce development, and then you find a job, make some money, and save up and move out into your own place or sober living. But most of the guys that were there, they didn't care. They were just there because it was free food, free water, and free housing, and it was just a place where they can eat and sleep and hang out. And they say, "Oh, this is better than living out on the streets. I can hang here for a bit." But they weren't willing to work with the program that was offered there to help get back on their feet because they don't care. They didn't care. They were too lazy and stupid to care enough to change their lives. And I would say that 80, 90% of them that I've seen that came in were eventually thrown out, or they left early before they completed their program. And even some of the guys, like every once in a while, I go back over the mission and see what's going on. And I see some guys that graduated from their programs there, and they're back. They're back in the homeless shelter because they didn't have them. They didn't have themselves together. And these are grown guys, like 30s, 40s, 50s, sometimes 60s. And it's just, dude, when are you going to get your life together? But that's the thing, there's some people in this world that don't want to help and save themselves. They just want everyone else to take care of them because they're too lazy or too careless to do it themselves. And I come to realize this, although there's some people that live dysfunctional and destructive lives, like I've seen there, guys who go into crime, guys who do drugs and alcohol, or they just have overall chaotic and dysfunctional lives. They don't want to change. They like the way they live just the way it is. And the only thing that you can do is realize, okay, I try the same thing to yourself. So you got to let those people go. It might be hard for you to do it, even if it's like a friend of yours or a family member, but there are times which you got to just let people go and just let life and reality determine their fate. Because the fact is that not everyone is going to make it. Not everyone is going to accept some of the three truths I come to understand about life. As I said before, life is very hard and difficult. Most people don't care about you or love you or are going to be there for you, and you have to care for and save yourself. Okay? If you understand and accept all these truths, you're going to have to develop a strong backbone and be able to go ahead and welcome the struggles and challenges of life. But really helps you to grow. And if you're not willing to do that, your life is going to be more so harder and miserable. So, take it or leave it. It doesn't really matter if people watching this video are going to take it or leave it to me. I'm just putting it out there to express my ideas and offer some insight for other people. So, but ultimately, you gotta be in charge of your own path. Just like Dalai Lama said about Buddhism, or just how you can apply to life in general. You are your own master, but the Buddha, he just shows you the path. On what you were told or whatever, they can show you the path to live a good life, but you have to follow that path. So, take it from there, guys. Life can be hard, but only those hardships, as I said before, can make you stronger. If you're willing to accept that, you'll be able to have a better, more prosperous life. Anyways, that's my